Hello students. Today we will be starting with the remaining questions of exercise 2.2 of the chapter linear equations in one variable. So today we will start with question number 6. The question is 3 consecutive integers add up to 51. What are these integers? So we have to find out the integers, any three consecutive integers which when we add they give me 51. So when they are integers, so let me consider the unknown, that is let the 3 consecutive integers be, say if the first one is x, the consecutive next can be x plus 1, right? And the third one is x plus 2. If they ask you for 4, then you can just write one more x plus 3. So let the 3 consecutive integers be x, x plus 1 and x plus 2. So what will be my equation? According to question, it is given that they add up to 51. So x plus 1 plus x plus 2 gives me 51. So you can see this is my equation. Now I'll see all the like terms together, this and this. Let me write down together. Then 1 plus 2 is equal to 51. X plus x, 3x, 1 plus 2, 3, 51. Now let's separate the variables and the constant. 51 minus 3, right? 3x is equal to 48. This is equal to, so this implies x equal to 48 by 3. This is divided. If you cancel, you will get, if you divide, you will get 16. That means x is equal to 16. But that is not your answer. You need the integers. These were your 3 consecutive integers. So we'll find out the integers. Okay. So let's write down the integers. Therefore, the 3 consecutive integers are, first one is x, which is equal to 16. Next one is x plus 1. So 16 plus 1 will give me 17. And the third one is x plus 2. So 16 plus 2 will give me 18. Now you can see they are consecutive, 16, 17 and 18. And if you add these 3, you will get 51. So this is my answer. So the 3 consecutive integers are 16, 17 and 18. Okay. Now students, question number 7 will be your homework. I'll just write it down at the end of the video which are your homeworks. But question number 7, I want you to try it by yourself. It's similar to this. Okay. It's about the multiple of 8. So please try solving it. Now we will move on to question number 8. Now what is given in question number 8? Let's see. 3 consecutive integers are such that when they are taken in an increasing order and multiplied by 2, 3 and 4 respectively, they add up to 74. Just now we saw the question, that is question number 6, the 3 consecutive integers. So same way I will take the consecutive integers as x, x plus 1 and x plus 2. So it is said that if we multiply these consecutive integers, first one by 2, second one by 3 and the third one by 4, and then add it up, they give me 74, and we have to find out this number. So let's write down this. First, let the 3 consecutive integers be x, x plus 1 and the third one be x plus 2. So what is, according to question, it's given that when we multiply the first one by 2, second one by 3 and the third one by 4 and add it up, they give me 74. So my equation will look something like this. First one is x into 2 plus second one is x plus 1 into 3 and the third one is x plus 2 into 4. When I add them up, they give me 74. Now we'll solve this equation. So this is twice x. This multiplied 3x plus 3. Just solve it. 4x plus 4 to the 8 is equal to 74. Now let's bring the like terms together. 2x plus 3x plus, let's bring this near, 4x the constant 3 plus 8 is equal to 74. 2 plus 3 5 plus 4 9x. 8 plus 3 11 is equal to 74. Let's separate the variables and the constant. 74 minus 11. 9x will be equal to, if you subtract it, let's see how much you get. You'll get 63, right? Okay, now x is equal to 63 divided by 9. So please see, cancel it. 9 7s are 63, all of you know. So this implies x is equal to 7. Now this is the value of x, but we need the value of the 3 consecutive integers. I am taking this space. Okay, please write it down below. Therefore, the 3 consecutive integers are, first one is what? X. X is equal to what? 7, right? Second one is what? X plus 1. So it's equal to 7 plus 1, which is equal to what? 8. And the third one is x plus 2, that is 7 plus 2 is equal to 9. So my answers are this: 7 and 8 and 9. So if you see, if you multiply 7 by 2, then again 8 by 3 and 9 by 4 and add the things up, you will get 74 as a result. Students, please do not do it in the side, do it properly. I'm just making use of this place. Okay, so this is how you do question number 8. Now let us move on to question number 9. It is about the ages, finding the ages of two people, two persons, when their ages, there is a condition given and you have to find out their present ages. Let's go back to now question number 9. Now what is in question number 9? The ages of Rahul and Harun are in the ratio 5:7. Okay, 4 years later the sum of their ages will be 56 years. What are their present age? So let me write down the present age of the people given. Let the present age of Rahul be 5x, because it was given in the ratio, you can see it was given in the ratio 5:7, right? So this is, first one is for Rahul and second one is for Harun, so 5x. And of Harun be 7x. Okay, now it is given that 4 years later their sum of their ages becomes 56. So after 4 years or 4 years later, what will be their age? Let's write, after 4 years Rahul's age will be how much? Whatever it is his present age plus 4, right? And Harun's age will be also the present age, that is 7x plus 4. Now what it is given that when we add up their, okay, so when we add this up according to question, 5x plus 4 plus 7x plus 4, it will give me 56. So this is my equation. Now let's solve it, bringing the like terms together. Okay, 5x plus 7x, 12x. This 4 plus 4 gives me 8. 12x, 56 minus 8, right? So just transferring it to the other side. 12x is equal to, if you subtract, you'll get 48. X will be equal to 48 divided by 12. You know, 12 4s are 48. That means I got the value of x, that is x is equal to 4. Now I have got this as 4 and I have taken present of age of Rahul as 5x and of Harun as 7x, and we had to find their present ages. So we'll write down their present ages now. Therefore, you can write present age of Rahul is equal to 5x, which is equal to 5 into how much? 4, so is equal to 20. And please write, it will obviously its age, so it will be years. Okay, write years, sorry about this. And of Harun will be equal to how much? It was considered as 7x. Okay, so 7 into 4 is equal to how much? 28 years. So now we have found out their present ages. This is the present age of Rahul and this is the present age of Arun. So you do it this way. Try to read the question properly and find the statement or the equation you reading step by step, then you will not make any mistake. So let us move on to the next question now. Now question number 10, it is said the number of boys and girls in a class are in the ratio 7:5. The number of boys is 8 more than the number of girls. What is the total class strength? So they are given in the ratio what? 7:5. So let us write down, let the number of boys be 7x and the number of girls be how much? 5x. Okay, so this is what we have to find out. If we have to find out the total class strength, first we will find out the number of boys, number of girls, and add it up. We'll get the total class strength. Now according to question, it is given that the number of boys, that is 7x, is equal to 8 more than the number of girls. Number of girls was what? 5x, and 8 more means plus 8. So this is my equation. Simple. 7x, I'll bring this to this side. This is having a variable here. So 2x is equal to 8. Easy. So x is equal to 8 divided by 2. Cancel it up. You get x is equal to 4. Now if I have x, I can find out the number of boys and girls in the class. So therefore, number of boys is equal to how much? 7x. 7x means 7 into 4, which is equal to 28, right? And number of girls is given as 5x we have taken. So 5 into 4 is equal to 20. So we got this. So it's now very easy to find out the total class strength. Therefore, total class strength, what will you do? You'll add up the number of boys and girls. 28 plus 20. So how much do you get? You get it as 48. So here comes your total class strength. Now you have to do 2 homework for today. As I mentioned one first, question number 6 and 11. Okay. I'm sorry, it's not question number 6 we have already done. Please do question number 7 and 11. That will be your homework for today. I hope you have understood the sums. We have few more questions of the exercise. We'll be completing that in our next video. I hope the explanation was helpful. I think you have understood the thing. Please write the statements correctly and solve the equation properly. It's very easy to find out. And then if you have any doubts, please let me know. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day.